Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Morning. This Kalima is killing. It's been in for a few days now, and it was red weather warning for the dust, and you can see how bad it's been. It's been really bad. 2 seconds. Let me just swap hands. He's pulling a bit. Come here. There we go. It's been really bad. It's getting on your chest and your nose. You feel you can't start the day till you have a good coughing fit. It's a bit weird, like, but. They said it was going to be as bad as the Kalima from just before COVID times, the one in 2020, I think it was, where it was orange. Take a look at that. I mean, I actually remember that. That was like that for 2 days. It was awful. But it's luckily, thankfully, it's not been as bad as that. First of all, I just want to congratulate you. I need to congratulate you, yes, on your social media skills. Yeah. If you've managed to find this and get to YouTube, you're doing really well. Especially people of our age. It's my last day of being 51 today, before I hit my birthday tomorrow. But I just think you should need a little bit of congratulations on it on social media. It's massively changed over the 20 years, 30 years that we've been doing it. I went looking back through some old photos. We don't do photo books anymore, you know what I mean? You know, when you get out, what were they called? Photo books? They're called, not brochures, get out the, the word's gone. We used to take the photographs, get them developed and stick them in a photo album, that was it, photo album. Don't do those anymore. Tend to stick them all on Facebook. Come here, no, come here. No, I know what he's doing. He's thinking about doing a business in the middle of a walkway. That's not happening. We'll let him do it here. I'll come back to you in a second. That was lucky. There's a beautiful kids park area there, and he's just ready to. I'm just going to stop here. I'm like, no, you're not. Get him onto the rocks instead. We don't do photo albums anymore, do we? We take photographs. My kids have a go at me, and that's just Shelley actually, because when I take a photograph, I'll post it or whatever, and then I'll just delete them straight away. It's like, what are you doing? How can you delete these? I'm like, you're deleting your memories. Because Meg's got like thousands of photos on her phone. I've got like 20. And it's because I tend to stick them on Facebook or Instagram. And once they're there, I get rid of them. Because I know they're going to be there forever. It's like in its own cloud, isn't it, really? I went back to it yesterday looking at it because I got a phone call yesterday from my youngest, who's 19. And she was in tears because the family dog, Penny, she had to be put down. She's going to get put down yesterday. She's 16. You know, she's a rescue dog as well, another rescue. And she's an absolute beauty. And I put a post on Facebook yesterday. You saw that, some of you might have seen that post. For those that comment on it, thank you so much. But it was weird because it was part of it. When you go through the divorce, you know you're going to get to see your kids again, but you do realise that that's it for the pet, you know. Penny was my dog. Like, I walked her, I looked after her, she was my dog, I chose her, you know. But when you leave on a divorce, you can't take her with you because the kids will be devastated. So you pretty much know that that's most probably the last time you're going to see the dog, and that was for me 5 years ago. Whereas the kids have had 5 years of fantastic times with her, but they had to say goodbye to her yesterday, which is really sad. She was a beautiful, honestly, she was an absolute beauty. Couldn't get a better rescue dog, she was amazing. So that got me back into the old Facebook pictures that you're seeing at the moment of the dates, and they also take timestamps as well, which is really good, which is nice. But it did actually get me thinking about Facebook. It got me thinking that Facebook now is an app from a time gone by. It really is. It's really strange how things move. I mean, my youngest, Alice, she's never even done Facebook really. It passed her by. We started Facebook maybe 20 years ago or 15 years ago, I don't know now. And it was a great way to keep in contact with family, socials, kids and all that sort of stuff. You know, and your aunties and your uncles and people living abroad. Whereas now it's every fourth post is an advert. It's definitely not what it was from when it started. I think it's completely lost its charm, and to a point now where I don't even use it. I don't even bother with it. I tell you, I refrain from that. I actually changed my mentality about 5 years ago with it, is where I actually use it now for my benefit and my benefit only. Whereas beforehand I used to post loads of stuff on it. I used to be integrated into it, and it was a part of my life, and it was part of other people's lives. Whereas now I just use it for my own purposes. If I've got something to say or advertise, I'll post on it, like Shelley going live. Or if I see a picture that I want to keep, I'll post it. And rather than being part of a Facebook family, I'm now more of a Facebook user. I'll go out in the morning to find out what's going on the island, because funnily enough Facebook is really massive still on Tenerife, but I think Tenerife's a little bit behind, so I think it'll be a couple of more years before people also realise that Facebook's not all that anymore. I think Mark Zuckerberg realised it when he bought Instagram, because apparently now Instagram is the social media of choice. Apparently, I can't get away with it. I think it's for me. I think it's more of a young'uns thing. I think I've got it. We've got the Instagram account. I struggle with the app. I send Alice WhatsApps, my youngest, and they'll be going red for days. Megan will send her a Snapchat, and within 10 seconds she gets a reply. So it shows the kids today, I think, are on Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok, and that's the reason why I think I've seen a couple of kids on TikTok on the island, a couple of businesses on TikTok, they're on the island as well, and they're doing really well because they're attracting the 20 to 30 year olds, which they're after. Whereas I think people of our age, anybody shows any interest in him and he's just like straight for it, honestly, he loves it. People of our age tend to steer clear of those sort of apps, so that's the reason why I think people still stick with Facebook, because I think it's tried and trusted, tested, even though they don't really like it. Do you like it? Your thoughts on it? Have you ever done it? I know my dad's never done Facebook. I literally have to send a photograph to my stepmom, and then she has to show him, because his mobile phone doesn't even have a camera. It doesn't even have a screen. It's like one of the old Nokia ones, you know. So, but I think times are moving, and I think Facebook is going to lose out eventually. It moved on to a thing called Meta. I just think I can't get away with that at all. I think that's useless. It just doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. But it'll be interesting to see which direction social media goes. Hence the reason why I think I'm putting my time into YouTube, because I think YouTube is the direction forward. I genuinely do. I think it's the platform that we came far too late to, but earlier than most. And I'm glad, because what we do on it is the exposure that Shelley gets from a Thursday has been absolutely fantastic. So, be interesting to see which direction it goes. I genuinely believe Facebook's losing the war though. On the wrong side, mate. You need one on that side. he saw some cats around this area before. He was very excited. But there's too many kids around, so he's now like, he knows it. He's back in the area. He's back in the area looking for the cats. Yeah, they're gone now. You missed them. Come on. Shelley said to me, I think about doing a video, and Shelley's like, make it a happy one. So what do you mean? She says, you're very serious on your videos. I'm like, oh, okay. So, I want to tell you the time of what happened when I sold my first ever car, Silver Mariva with a black plastic grille. Went in there on a Wednesday, sold my car on the Wednesday afternoon. And once you sell a car, the idea is to try and get it delivered as fast as possible, because you don't get paid for selling cars, you get paid for delivering them. It's really quite an important thing, that. So the amount of cars you delivered is what you get paid on. Let's get up here. So I sold it on the Wednesday. I was going to deliver it on the Friday. That was the plan. Come on. It was a used car, 3-year-old, ex-Motability, had a couple of stone chips on the bonnet. That's really important, because when we were selling it, the guy said, well, what about these stone chips? So I went to my manager, because I'd never sold cars before, and he's like, yeah, don't worry about it, we'll get them done. I'm like, okay, cool. So I said to the client, I went, yeah, no problem, we'll get them sorted for you. He's like, oh, fantastic. I'll see you Friday about 2 o'clock, and we'll pick the car up then. I went, yeah, brilliant. So the guy paid his deposit, we did the paperwork, somebody helped me, and then the gentleman left. And as he left, what I didn't know was there was supposed to be a process where the paint guy comes on every Thursday. You're supposed to fill a sheet out with the registration of the car, what he's doing, put it in his like chitty box. He turns up, picks up all the chitties and goes and repairs all the cars. I'm brand new, nobody told me that. So I'm just carrying on oblivious. Friday comes, bit of a dreary day, a bit rainy, just spitting really, you know what I mean, one of those sort of grey days. And I'm getting my car ready, it's getting washed and valeted and it's looking really good, and it gets parked at the front door, right at the front door, ready to be delivered. 2 o'clock comes, customer comes with his missus to pick the car up, couple in the 40s. They turn up and they have a look, walk around the car, and then they come in to see me, and they're very nice, all nice people. He's very happy, and he says, oh, there's one thing, Rick, he says, the paintwork's not been done. The touching's on the bonnet. And I'm like, haven't they? So I go up to my boss, and I said to my boss, I went, the paintwork that we said we can do on this car's not been done. And he says to me, he says, well, did you put the chitty through? I'm like, what chitty? I don't know. Nobody told me about chitty. So that's when it all like kicked off a little bit. And luckily, we had another paint guy at a different dealership just around the corner, an apprentice. And he was, we called him. We sent the customer away for a coffee, and we called the apprentice guy round. And he said he'd be there in 20 minutes. Actually, what happened was they went for a coffee, and when they turned back up at the dealership and sat at my desk, that was when he turned up. But it's all right, because it only needs a few touch-ins. That's all it was, a couple of touch-ins. Now, when you're doing a touch-in on a car, you've got to think of the paint pretty much like a nail varnish bottle, with a nail varnish brush, a very thin one. So he's got hold of this nail varnish bottle, and he stood at the front of the car. And as he stood at the front of the car, he's like took the paintbrush out. He's obviously got it wet. Took the paintbrush out, and he's leant forward so we could see the stone chips a bit better. And he's leant forward, and he started touching in the bonnet. A little bit of a dreary day, drizzly day. At the same time, because he's an apprentice, what he didn't realise was, as he leant forward, he also tipped the nail varnish bottle forward, which then went on to cover the silver paint, went on to cover the black grille. Spill all over the black grille, making a right mess of the front of the car, and then onto the black grille and then onto the floor. Myself and the clients picking the car up were actually sat at the desk on the other side of the window, watching this professional do his job, touching the stone chips in on the bonnet, whilst pouring the rest of the silver paint over the black grille, and making a right pig's ear of it. I slammed on the window to get his attention, to show him what he was doing. He startled a little bit. He saw his mess. In his panic, he pulled his cloth out of his back pocket, so he got like a dishcloth, tea towel cloth thing, and started wiping off the silver paint off the black plastic grill. But obviously that didn't happen because it's a rainy day. So what he started to do in essence was he started to smear and spread the silver paint more and more over the black grill. And we were like, what is going on here? It's just going from bad to worse. It's my first ever sale, by the way, my first ever delivery, my first ever car. My God. I then had to go and get the boss, find out what it was, what we need to do. The customer, because he'd already paid the deposit, paid the money, etc., they then took a position of power, saying they'd start demanding this, that and the other. Luckily it wasn't, sometimes that's when the customer changed, actually, from being the nice, happy family type customer into being a bit of a, see what I can get out of this, you know what I mean? I was completely out of my depth at the time. Luckily, after getting my boss over, it wasn't his first rodeo, he's done it before. So he managed to very politely say, look, rather than me tell you what I can't do, let me tell you what I can. In other words, it's a very polite way of saying, no, I'm not doing what you want, but I'll do this instead. And we then had to change the grill. Luckily we had a couple more of these cars on the forecourt, so we managed to wheel one into the garage, get the grill off another car and put it onto that one, and get these customers away. But the saying goes is that you never forget selling your first car, and my God, I don't think I'll ever forget selling my first car, because it was a calamitous error from start to finish. I've got loads more of them stories. If you like them, let me know. Stick them in the comments if you like them. In the meantime, as I say, trying to keep a happy one. So happy Sunday, enjoy yourselves. All this is going to get landscaped. See you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, be nice, stick a subscription on for us, appreciate that. See you on the next time. What's what you found? Oh, he likes this. See you soon.